Hey guys, I'm George. I'm the school lunchbox dad and I'm working with Stuck On You today to show you some tricks and tips. But firstly, a bit of an intro. I started creating bentos for my girls about 3 years ago. I woke up one morning and I heard a heap of chaos in the kitchen and I thought, hang on, something's got to happen here, something needs to change. And I decided to take over cooking duties. So I make breakfast, lunch and dinner for my team at home, my beautiful wife and my 2 girls. And that was 3 years ago. I started an Instagram page and bang, everything went crazy from there. So here I am today, fast forward 3 years, and I want to share with you some of the tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. First up, we're going to do a breadless bento box. I've peeled the carrot, and the secret is to remove the moisture or the excess moisture out of the carrot. We use a paper towel. So I'm using this peeler, which basically cuts it really nice into noodles. I think they call it julienne. So I'm just going to do some strips of that. And you've got to watch your fingers when you're doing this as well. I've done this a few times and I'm out of Band-Aids. So, okay, and that should do it. So with the paper towel, I just remove some of the moisture. And what I've created there, it looks like noodles, but it's also easy and fun to eat too. So, because carrot could get quite hard as well, so it's just nice and soft. So there's my nest, basically, that I've created. And what I've got is I've boiled an egg. It's a hard-boiled egg. And to get an egg at hard-boiled, you're looking at about 8 to 10 minutes. So just cutting that in half. And there's a simple egg creation, which looks like it's sitting on a nest. So now, to fill up the rest of the bento, what I'm going to do is, these are all washed. Make sure your fruit is washed. So I've got some grapes, 2 colours of grapes. Now remember, with grapes, if your little ones are under the age of about 6, it's important to cut them in half as well because they can be a choking hazard. So we've got some red and white grapes, or green grapes. Simple. Cheese as a form of dairy is great. So I'm going to use some cheese slices, and basically you can put this in the center or central compartment of the bento. So, and they're great fun snack size as well, so they're really easy to pick up and eat. And that's the key to creating a good bento, to make everything bite-sized and easy and accessible. So you can use this central compartment as well for some yogurt or dips, whatever it is, but today I'm using it for dairy, being some simple cheese. Now, veggies. 3 veggies is the key. So I'm going to use tomatoes, I'm going to use some carrots as well, which you've already got, and some cucumbers, because you can't go wrong. So I'll just wipe my knife, and literally with these little cherry tomatoes, they're so simple and easy to work with. And again, they're bite-sized, so they look awesome, but at the same time, they're all actually sweet, these little cherry tomatoes. So you just can't go wrong, and my girls absolutely love them. Now, I always generally, after washing the cucumbers, I always leave the skin on because there's heaps of nutrients inside. So I'm just going to slice up a few. You can also use mini cucumbers as well, which are pretty cool, but we'll use these today. So the beauty about the bento is that it literally, the separate compartments pretty much leads you all the way. And the beauty about the Stuck On You ones, or the Stuck On You bento, is that it actually tells you what to put in there, which is really, really cool. Now, what we'll do is strawberries. My girls love strawberries, and also strawberries and blueberries together are an awesome combination. Believe it or not, blueberries are a superfood. So if you can include a superfood in your children's bento, you're laughing. And just a handful of washed blueberries on top. Now, what I'll do is, my girls love green apples. Green apples are a little bit sour, but the best thing about them is that they're full of nutrition. And again, leave the skin on. And what I do is I'm just making the food, you cut them according to the size that your children enjoy eating them. And remember, if they can pick it up with their little fingers, chances are they'll pick it up at school to eat them as well. So everything should be bite-sized. Now, as you can see, here's a bento creation using no bread whatsoever. But we've got an awesome source of protein being the egg. We've got 3 veggies. We've also got some fruit and some dairy. So we're well and truly covered. And what we're going to do now is we're going to make a pasta salad for our little bentos. And I'm using gluten-free pasta today because my girls they prefer to eat gluten-free. So let's roll with this. So I've boiled some pasta, and the beauty about pasta is you can eat it cold. So you can just drizzle a drop of extra virgin olive oil or even some balsamic vinegar, a drizzle, just to sweeten it up a bit and just to remove the stickiness from them. So I'm going to continue on with the bento we created earlier, and I'm just going to add the pasta, and I'm also going to add just a couple of little cherry tomatoes on top as well. Just so simple. And you can also slice up some cheese, some nice and thin. And there is your little alternative to bread bento using, today I'm using gluten-free penne pasta, some little bit of cherry tomatoes for sweetness, and I'm also using some cheese as well. And now for our third breadless creation, we're going to use baby Kos lettuce as an alternative to bread. It's basically like a wrap, but it's a wrap from Mother Nature, and it's actually great. So anything green as far as vegetables go is awesome. So these baby Kos lettuce, I'm going to fill with some shredded chicken. Now the chicken I use is roasted chicken, and I've just peeled a whole roasted chicken earlier. You can add some cheese as well. And as I said earlier as well, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just cut it up with your fingers, because in the mornings, it's whatever goes. Whatever gets them out the door quicker is the way to go. So there we go. And also we can chop up some tomatoes as well to add. And basically we're just creating whatever sandwich filling your children normally eat. Try, instead of the bread, just try some baby Kos lettuce. So I'm just going to add a couple of little strips of tomato. And there you go. They're nutritious, bite-sized, easy to hold as well. It's effectively like a little taco made out of lettuce. Enjoy that. And there we go, straight into the bento. Nice and easy to eat. Enjoy the lettuce taco breadless bento. I hope you enjoyed our 3 breadless bento creations. And now for me, it's time to get my little troops to school. Close the lid, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and guys, you feel free to follow me on social media. I'm known as School Lunchbox, one word, on Instagram, or School Lunchbox AU on Facebook. And remember, like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe now.